Daybreak right now as we get everything on the roll.
It's going to be Protoss vs. Zerg on Daybreak, and of course it is Slavik's map choice. Let's go ahead and introduce our players, starting in the top right. Formerly from Team OGS, we have Empire Vines, a Protoss player that has seen a couple of GSL runs. My most memorable moment from Vines is when he did this 5-gate all-in against Sen on Blistering Sands at GSL, and somehow Sen held, even though he droned up to like 45, which at that time was unheard of. Like no one drones up that much. He was playing super greedy, and Sen held off with like 2 spines and like 5 roaches and 2 queens. Like a huge 5-gate sentry attack that was like force fields everywhere, and he was using burrow. He got burrow out. He got tunneling claws somehow working. It was really cool. And then I remember Vines was devastated. That was a really good series. I remember that was like, wow, Sen is so good, and Vines almost crushed him. Vines like this upcoming Protoss player.
You know, Sen is a legendary player in Korea. Everybody knows him.
In Korea?
In Korea.
Really?
Everybody knows
him.
In
Taiwan, too. Well, and NASL.
And they know him for being the drone king. Like, he makes... They always say, he just makes drones. He just makes drones. And then they also say, you try to punish him, but somehow he holds every single time where normal Zergs don't. And that's where I think Sen really shines. That's what you were talking about. The small amount of units that he's able to use and really, I guess, punish his opponent. Really not allow them to do the things that they're normally used to doing against random ladder players.
But yeah, this is the Vines that went up against him, has since hit #1 on NA ladder.
Yes, he did.
I've seen him stream. Him and MVP Tails were a long time battling for #1 in Grandmaster. I remember copying a lot of Vines builds. But that's enough about him. Let's talk about the player in the bottom left, who is currently getting scouted by Vines. It is Slavik, formerly known as Happy Zerg, also known as one of the strongest men in the world.
Happy Zerg is...
If you ever get your car... You know, like if your car ever stalls in the middle of a highway, you need someone to pull it. Don't call a tow truck company. Call Happy Zerg. Call Slavik. He'll come out and get it for you.
Excellent.
Andre's like, yes, how can I save more money instead of subscribing to AAA? For those of you who don't know, Andre is an extreme couponer. He loves saving ridiculous amounts of money everywhere. I actually found out about extreme couponing like 2 days ago.
What is extreme couponing?
You've never heard about it? Extreme couponing is a subculture of primarily stay-at-home moms that love making really cost-efficient grocery trips. They take something that's $400 worth of groceries and spends $40 doing it. It's absolutely mind-blowing, and they stay at the register for like 15 minutes and troll whoever's behind them. Because they have like 4 carts worth of stuff, and the key is you use like a buy one get one free coupon, and then you use a half-off coupon, and you get like and then you like multiply that over and over. So you have like 16 boxes of mac and cheese that you probably won't eat for like 3 years, but the point is you bought $300 worth of stuff for $40.
Wow.
Like that's insane trades.
It's amazing how you know that.
It's as if you spend 50 minerals and you get 2 Zerglings per egg.
Yep.
That's the kind of trade. Hey, that's the kind of efficiency you get.
You just remember who was the overweight one in this relationship that we have between us, okay?
I'm just saying, man. A penny saved is a penny earned.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just calling you out, Frodan. That's all I'm doing.
Talking about being very economically sound, you can see both players, or you can see Slavik going for 3 hatches again, which is very common on this map. In fact, very common overall. And Vines, again, he's going for a very economic-centered opening, but he's getting 3rd gas really quick, Andre.
That's really suspicious if I were the Zerg, obviously. Why do you need this much gas so early? Normally when you see a very fast 2nd gas, you're actually taking out warp gate openings and +1 timings. That's a little bit weird to say, but the fact of the matter is, why would you need so much gas this early if you were going a warp gate opening? Well, all you really need is +1 and obviously the warp gate, right? Yep. Those 2 don't really require too much gas. Not to warrant a 3rd one, you can get it off with just 2. So it makes you think, well, you're probably going to invest in something else, and now we see, look at this, the 4th gas. Now, it's not saying that he can't do that. He can't do some sort of 4-gate timing. It's just weakened because
severely weakened.
Yeah, you're getting less minerals. All
and
those
you seize a sentry too. So.
The assimilators and the probes that you're allocating there, that's all potential minerals. So it's going to weaken the 4-gate timing.
Yeah. I mean, if you're the Protoss player, the theory behind getting it, as you can see, Slavik does not. Oh, he did. I think he caught it barely in his vision. Caught the Stargate. But the theory behind it is that you want to get the Stargate out as soon as possible because obviously Zerg will not deal with air that easily this early on. But you can see the evolution chamber is in fact done for Slavik, so he should be prepared for it as soon as possible. The other option with a fast third gas is a quick robo in case you feel like you want to get Immortal Sentry out and go for a huge 2-base push or a really quick third base. Regardless, though, you can see that Vines has been playing pretty standard at this point. Wait, nope. He's adding on a lot more gates at this point.
And this is a fake. Okay, so
it's a fake
this looks super weird to the Zerg, okay?
Wait.
Like right now that you see a Phoenix out here. Let me actually go into the Zerg vision. When I get there. Okay, so you see the Stargate coming out here, and you're like, okay, well, I'm anticipating Void Rays or Phoenixes like we saw last game in Metropolis. So you're really getting your anti-air prepared, and especially these players that just rely on these one tells, and then that they assume that the Protoss is going to go directly into that, like for heavy investment. That's very, very misleading sometimes. You have to prepare for the range of what's to come. So obviously this is within the range. A 7-gate follow-up after a single Phoenix. Yes, it's an inefficient 7-gate, but it's a mind game 7-gate. That's why it's so powerful.
Ooh, and he's gonna march down the ramp when Slavik can see it in his vision.
Yes.
So now, he's droned up until this point, but he's made only Zerglings. Now he does have speed on the way, and now he sees a sentry, so he's going to start immediately reacting. He has no spines. A great way to deal with this is indeed spine crawlers, but time is not on his side, Andre. No. Although the creep tumor does help him, and that is on his side.
A little bit. Oh, if he got that probe, that would have been so helpful, and he needs to get the probe right now, but no, he sweeps in right again, tries to take off this one pylon. Who cares about that pylon? You want to really get rid of that probe, and lost a lot more of those Zerglings than he needed to. Now, he really doesn't have the material to defend against this. I don't think he needs a miracle defense. He needs to bring all of his queens down ASAP. There's 3 queens that could be in this. No, oh my gosh. Losing again another round of Zerglings. I understand what he's trying to do, trying to bait as many force heals, but there's too many sentries in there. Just confront it straight up. There's no way to actually use just Zerglings.
He traps some of the roaches, and he traps the queen as well. And that queen has a lot of energy for transfuse on the Spinecrawler if he ever needed it, and as a result, drops immediately, force fielding more roaches. This is absolutely brutal, and Slavik is under heavy pressure. The strongest man in the world is going to drop right here to the 7-gate. Phenomenal mind games from Vines thus far, and his execution is brilliant, at least at this point of the game. Slavik forced to evacuate his third base, and then he suffered incredible losses. And this is, this is so much damage. Even though Roach Speed will finish with Burrow and +1 carapace, Vines is sitting very nicely.
Oh yeah, taking out third base, that basically solidifies the game. And it looks like Slavik's going to go for one last-ditch effort, but these roaches...
Ooh. Well, that helps.
Kind of.
Oh, man, I'm having flashbacks to, like, the Burrow game with Sen, but, this is going to take a miracle. Slavik's going to try to do whatever he can to micro, and this is, of course, what you need to do, but if he was given an additional minute, imagine how much protection he could apply. Yes. And you can see that Vines is going to already show restraint. He's going to start teching up at this point with Robo Twilight, but Slavik really wants to chase down this army at this point.
Yeah, and I don't think, well, it's very clear Slavik is just so far behind. I don't know it's a foreseeable way that he can actually get back into this game. Being 2-base to 2-base.
Crazier things have happened, Andre, in the world of StarCraft II. Oh, you can't take that third base. No, the roaches are going to completely surround and try to go for a flank. This is actually an excellent position if Slavik had the right amount of units to really snipe this army, but at this point, Vines is doing such a good job in terms of controlling his army. And his third is going to be up. He's going to have a huge wave of stalkers. And at this point, I would just say Vines can just go home. Just call it, take your winnings, go home. This is my biggest problem in the casino, Andre, that I just don't go home when I'm up. I just stay a little bit too long. Also, Rotterdam's problem as well. So, in fact, it's all the NASL casters' problems, to be frank. The only person's problem is never had that issue is Morgan, who always just seems to win. I don't understand how.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon.
You can see that Vines is moving down the ramp at this point, and his third is so secure. Now, if you're in Slavik's position, this aggression is you feel like you have to put it on, but at the same time, I feel like he really shouldn't, because with that third base, you know that Vines is going to be passive. But I guess with this much supply in roaches, Slavik's going to try to make something happen, but there's just so many units. Oh, he snipes the cannon. That's actually kind of clever. And he burrows.
There is an observer somewhere, though. I don't know where it is.
The observer is... I have no idea where it is.
But right now, the third base is actually being taken out. Very nicely done. And there it is. The observer is somewhere over the field of vision. And all the roaches are going to be taken out. There that observer is. And these roaches basically say you are even further behind now. And taking out this third base might seem really cool, but it's a lot of units to be losing right here. And he's not even going to take out the third base. Oh. And he runs into more roaches. GG.
Yep. GG gets called out. Slavik realizing can't keep up. And Slavik, you know what? In the end, Slavik can still bench Vines. So that's what's important.
Yep.
That's what's important.
But doesn't matter too much because it's StarCraft II that we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. And in this StarCraft II, the round of 32 winner goes on to, of course, the round of 16. That is Vines.
Yes.
And he is still in contention for that Covenant NASL spot for Season 4.
So, guys, that pretty much wraps up the day. Let's go ahead and talk about the matchups for tomorrow. Sure. Andre, let's go ahead and read them off. Starting off, we have Crank versus So Hyung from Team Light Esports. We have Spanishua versus Min, Zikdami versus Heart, Trimaster versus STC.
We also have Shivy versus Dark, Mafia versus Coca, Destiny versus Era. It's the streamer versus the stream sniper, I would say. And last but not least, we have Arthur versus Vines.
It's going to be a great set of games tomorrow. That'll be cast by Mr. Bitter and Rotterdam, one of your favorite casting duos. So, guys, that pretty much does it from here. Thank you so much to our sponsors. Let's go ahead and thank them down the list. Kicking off things with Epson. Epson is the #1 projector brand worldwide. They offer full line of bright projectors with a brilliant image quality. Go ahead and give them a hit on epson.com/projectors for details.
Azo Monitors, the monitor supplier here at the North American Star League. Check them out at azo.com/NA.
Thank you to Kingston HyperX and their phenomenal, fantastic, awesome line of memories and SSDs, and for sponsoring NSL Season 3. Visit them at kingston.com/us/memory/HyperX.
Of course, we wouldn't be here without our lovely people at GameMinder that let us set a reminder about all of our casts and also upcoming events. Check them out at handleabra.com/products/GameMinder.
Thank you to iBuyPower, the PC company that helps power our broadcast each and every day of the week. If you want your own pre-assembled PC, head on over to iBuyPower.com where you can pick up your own.
And don't forget about Twitch.tv.
Yes,
they are esports, and they are the ones that help us stream. Thanks to them, everybody over at Twitch, Gunrun, Kevin, everybody. I love you guys. And last but not least,
thank you to Tropicool, the DJ that is providing the beautiful music, the moving and grooving DJ that's playing in the LA clubs all the time. Definitely check him out if you have the opportunity, if you're in the area. Or if you just want to check out his music, hop on over to soundcloud.com/tropicool-official. That does it, Andre. Do you have anything to say before we send off the kids?
Nope. Thanks, everybody. And remember, I'm now a hipster.
That's right. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Frodan, twitter.com/Gretorp. Send us a message, send us some love, and we'll send some love back. Or maybe even 2 loves. We'll let you know. Maybe just don't flirt too much on Twitter.
Bye.
Be safe. Have fun. Look both ways before you cross the street. And see you tomorrow.
Bye.
6 p.m.